They used to tell me the same thing everyone gets told. Work hard, be responsible, save your money, do the right thing now, and someday, life will finally begin. They called it the golden years. Suffer first, enjoy later. I believed that. I built my whole life around it. I kept telling myself, not yet for rest, not yet for joy, not yet for the things that actually made life feel alive. I thought someday was waiting for me at the end of all that effort, like a reward, like a promise. But I'm sitting here now, looking back, and I need to be honest with you. That someday I was waiting for never showed up. My name is Robert. I'm 82 years old. If you looked at my life on paper, you'd probably call it a success. I did what I was supposed to do. I worked steadily. I saved carefully. I live in a 4-bedroom house that's been paid off for years now. I have a retirement account that tells me I'll be fine for the rest of my life. People use words like stable, they say secure, they say responsible. And they're not wrong. But at night when the house gets quiet, I feel it. There's no noise to hide behind, no work, no plans, just me and the life I built. I'm not here because I'm wise. I'm here because I've lived long enough to see the cost of the choices I made. All I have to offer you is my regret, and I hope that's enough to keep you from carrying your own someday. Looking back on my life, I lived exactly the way I was taught to live. I was the good man, the provider, the one who showed up to work and did what was expected of him. For 40 years, I went to a job I didn't love. It paid the bills. It came with a pension. It felt responsible. So I stayed. I didn't question it. I just kept moving. I was on autopilot, and I told myself that was what being an adult looked like. I remember my wife Sarah asking me to take a trip to Italy when we were 50. She had been saving pictures from magazines, folding the corners of the pages. I barely looked at them. I said, "Not yet, honey. Let's wait until I retire. We'll have more time then. We'll have more money then." I remember my son asking me to build a treehouse with him. I said, "Dad's busy this weekend. Maybe next month." Next month turned into next year. I missed school plays because of late meetings. I missed birthday dinners because I was too tired. I missed quiet Sunday mornings because I was always thinking about Monday. One day my son stopped asking. One day Sarah stopped suggesting, and I didn't even notice. I was too busy planning for a future I thought was guaranteed. Then the day finally came. I turned 65. I retired. There was a small party at work, handshakes, a few speeches, a gold watch. Everyone said the same thing: "You earned it." That night I came home and told Sarah, "Okay, we made it. It's our turn now. Let's go to Italy." We started planning. We bought guidebooks. We talked about where we'd go first. We weren't rushing. After all, we finally had time. 3 months later, Sarah had a massive stroke. She didn't die that day, but she never walked again. She never traveled again. For the next 5 years, instead of walking through the vineyards of Tuscany, I sat beside a hospital bed. I fed her soup. I held her hand. I watched the light slowly fade from her eyes. And then she was gone. The night after her funeral, I found her old travel journal in a drawer, the one she bought for Italy. I opened it expecting notes or plans. Every page was blank. Then, that's when it finally hit me, not as a thought, but as a feeling that dropped me to the floor. I saw the truth I had spent years avoiding. While I was busy saving money for our life, I was quietly starving our life to death. I told myself I was being responsible, but I wasn't. I was afraid. Afraid to live before everything felt secure. I treated time like money in the bank. I thought I could save it and use it later. But time doesn't earn interest. Once a day is gone, it's gone forever. I have the money now, but I can't buy back a single minute with Sarah. Somewhere along the way, we were sold an idea. Wait now, enjoy later. We're taught to delay our happiness, to ensure a future that feels guaranteed. We learn that resting is lazy and that anything that looks like joy should be earned first. That's the lie. We live as if we're immortal, as if growing old is something everyone gets to do. It isn't. I look around now and I see so many people running the same race I ran, always tired, always tense, always chasing the next milestone. They miss the ordinary days because they're focused on the big moment at the end. I'm speaking to you from that end, and I need to tell you the truth. The prize waiting at the finish line isn't worth what it costs you along the way. You know what I miss the most? It isn't the big trips we never took or the places I never saw. It's the ordinary moments I treated like they didn't matter. I miss Sunday mornings when Sarah wanted to sit at the kitchen table and drink coffee. No schedule, no plans, just quiet. I was always restless. I'd glance at the clock, flip through the newspaper, and already think about what needed to be done next. I miss the sound of my daughter practicing the piano in the other room. Back then, I called it noise. I'd ask her to keep it down so I could concentrate. I didn't understand that one day the house would be silent and I would give anything to hear that music again. I miss the small routines, driving the kids to school, eating dinner together without the TV on, the way Sarah would reach for my hand when we walked through the grocery store. I was there, but I wasn't really there. These were the moments that made up our life, the quiet ones, the ones you don't plan for or photograph. I let them slip through my fingers because my eyes were always on the horizon. I was physically present, but mentally I lived somewhere else. Always in the future, always waiting. And now that the future has arrived, I finally understand what I lost. When I was 40, my biggest fear was running out of money. Now I'm 82 and I fear something else entirely. I fear running out of memories. When I was 50, I cared deeply about what people thought of my career, titles, reputation, being seen as successful. Now I understand something I didn't back then. Nobody remembers my job. Nobody talks about my achievements. They only care about how I made them feel. I spent 40 years preparing for a life I assumed would be waiting for me. In the end, I only got to live it for a few quiet, lonely years. When I look at it now, the math doesn't add up. The sacrifice was real, but the reward was small. I thought I had time. That was my mistake. So, let me ask you something. What are you still saving for someday? Is it a phone call you keep meaning to make? Is it forgiving someone you've kept at a distance? Is it the book you keep saying you'll write when life slows down? Or is it something as small as getting on the floor and playing with your kids? Look at your life right now. Are you actually living it? Or are you just preparing for a life you hope to have later? I used to save everything for a special occasion. The good wine, the good moments, the real joy. But that occasion never arrived. I can't go back. My story is already written, but yours isn't. It's not too late for you. You don't have to quit your job or throw your life into chaos. You don't have to be reckless, but you do have to stop waiting for permission to be happy. Find the joy in the ordinary days. Make the trip while you still can. Buy the shoes. Say, I love you first. Don't keep saving your life for later. Don't wait until you're sitting in a chair like mine with a full bank account and an empty heart wondering where the time went. The choice is yours. And before you scroll to the next video, pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Ask yourself what really matters, and then act on it. If this story meant something to you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. There are more stories like this from people who've lived long enough to see clearly and who want to share what they learned before time runs out. What are you going to do with your time?